Elland Road is absolutely buzzing right now, White's Army. Listen up, Leeds faithful. If you're not sitting down right now, you better grab a chair because what I'm about to tell you is going to shake the very foundations of LS11. The Peacocks are making moves that will have every White from Beeston to Bramley absolutely losing their minds. We've got 3 absolutely massive stories that are going to change everything you thought you knew about this summer transfer window. I'm talking about a defensive wall that could transform our backline, a goalkeeper saga that's got Newcastle sweating bullets, and a midfield maestro that's going to cost us more than your season ticket, but might just be worth every single penny. This isn't just another ordinary summer window. White's Army. This is Daniel Farke and 49ers Enterprises showing the entire football world that Leeds United mean business in the Premier League. We're not here to make up the numbers, we're not here to just survive, we're here to compete. And before we dive into this absolute madness, if you're as pumped as I am about what's coming to Elland Road, smash that like button, drop your predictions in the comments below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The first bombshell, it involves a Serie A giant who's been absolutely dominating Italian football, and the Whites are ready to splash serious cash to bring him to West Yorkshire. But that's just the beginning. Are you ready to find out why every Leeds fan should be absolutely ecstatic right now? The Slovenian sensation that's got Udinese shaking. Right, White's Army, here's the first absolute banger that's got everyone at Elland Road working overtime. Jaka Bijol. Remember that name because this Slovenian powerhouse is about to become your new defensive hero. This isn't just any ordinary transfer rumor, this is the real deal. The Peacocks have been in serious talks with Udinese, and sources are telling us that negotiations have absolutely accelerated over the weekend. We're talking about a player who's made nearly 100 appearances in Serie A. That's the kind of experience that Daniel Farke is absolutely desperate for. Initially, Udinese wanted 16 million for this defensive rock, but now we're hearing the valuation is between 12.7 million and 15.2 million pounds. That's the kind of money that shows the 49ers Enterprises are serious about backing Farke for the Premier League challenge ahead. Bijol guided Udinese to a 12th place finish last season with 8 clean sheets in 34 appearances. His stats are absolutely incredible: 5.4 clearances per game, 1.3 tackles, 1.1 interceptions. This is exactly the kind of defensive solidity that cost us so many points last season. The best part? Sources at Elland Road are saying talks have intensified, and while no fee has been agreed yet, there are whispers that personal terms might already be sorted. Can you imagine Bijol alongside Joe Rodon and Ethan Ampadu? That's a backline that could actually keep Premier League strikers quiet. Farke already has solid options, but the Premier League is a massive step up from the Championship. 4 strong centre-backs are better than 3, especially with Ampadu often playing in midfield. This signing makes perfect sense. It's reasonable money that won't destroy our other transfer plans, but it gives us the depth and quality we desperately need. And here's the beautiful thing about this deal, White's faithful. Bijol isn't some aging veteran looking for one last payday, and he's not some unproven youngster who might crumble under pressure. At 25 years old, he's entering his prime years, and his Serie A experience means he's already faced some of the most tactical and physically demanding football in Europe. When Manchester City come to Elland Road with their intricate passing patterns, Bijol has seen it before. When we're away at Liverpool trying to contain their relentless attack, this is a defender who won't be fazed by the occasion. But hold on to your scarves, Whites, because if you think that's the biggest story of the day, you haven't heard anything yet. The goalkeeper revolution that's sending shockwaves. Leeds faithful, if the Bijol news got your heart racing, this next revelation is going to have you questioning everything you thought you knew about our goalkeeper situation. We're talking about Nick Pope. Yes, that Nick Pope from Newcastle United. Let's be brutally honest here, White's Army. Ilan Meslier cost us a fortune in points last season. That absolute howler against Sunderland was just the tip of the iceberg. Farke knows it, we know it, and apparently Eddie Howe at Newcastle knows an opportunity when he sees one. Here's where it gets absolutely mental. Newcastle are chasing James Trafford from Burnley. They had a bid rejected last summer, but they're going back in hard this time according to The Athletic. Trafford is only 22 years old and already being touted as England's future #1. If the Magpies get their man, where does that leave Pope? Pope has been Howe's #1, but everyone knows that if Trafford arrives, it's only a matter of time before the young gun takes over. It's the classic Alexander Isak and Callum Wilson situation all over again. The future eventually pushes out the present. This is where Leeds United comes in like a knight in shining armor. We can offer Pope exactly what Newcastle can't guarantee: the #1 shirt and consistent Premier League football. Pope is 32 years old, he's not getting any younger, and he knows that Jordan Pickford, Dean Henderson, and now Trafford are breathing down his neck for that England spot. At Elland Road, Pope would be the undisputed king of the penalty area, and let's face it, he'd be busy. The Premier League is going to test us like never before, and having a goalkeeper of Pope's caliber could be the difference between staying up and going straight back down. Pope's Premier League experience is invaluable. He knows what it takes to survive in this league, he's proven he can perform under pressure, and he'd give us the reliability that Meslier simply couldn't provide last season. This isn't just about signing a goalkeeper, this is about signing security for our Premier League campaign. Think about this logically, White's Army. Pope has faced every top striker in the Premier League multiple times. He knows Erling Haaland's movement patterns. He's studied Mohamed Salah's cutting inside from the right. He's dealt with Harry Kane's link-up play. This is the kind of experience you can't buy, except we literally can. The timing is absolutely perfect too. Newcastle's pursuit of Trafford creates uncertainty for Pope, and Leeds can offer him the one thing every goalkeeper craves: guaranteed first-team football and the chance to be the hero every single week. But White's Army, if you think goalkeeper drama and the defensive reinforcements are all we've got cooking, you're about to have your minds absolutely blown. The 25 million, the Ukrainian wizard that's breaking the internet. Stop everything, Leeds faithful. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. The transfer story that's going to have every White from Headingley to Holbeck absolutely losing their collective minds. Yegor Yarmolyuk. The 21-year-old Ukrainian sensation who's been tearing up the Premier League with Brentford. We're talking about a player who's made 35 appearances and played nearly 1,800 minutes in his debut Premier League season. This kid isn't just talented, he's Premier League proven. Brentford are demanding a little over 25 million for this midfield magician, and sources are telling us that Leeds United are ready to pay it. This isn't just speculation anymore. Court Offside is reporting that the Whites are keeping close tabs on Yarmolyuk and several teams are monitoring him. But here's the urgency, White's Army. An unnamed Premier League club has already made an inquiry. That means we're not alone in this chase, and every day we wait is another day for our competitors to steal our target. Think about this for a second. Joe Rothwell was brilliant on loan for us, but we haven't made that permanent yet. Josuha Gilavogi is leaving in the coming weeks, and Ethan Ampadu and Elia Grove were both injured last season, forcing us to scramble for depth. Yarmolyuk solves every single one of these problems. This is a player who's caught the eye of Thomas Frank at Brentford and cemented his place in their starting 11 by the end of the season. Ukraine under-21 international Premier League experience, and at 21 years old, he's just hitting his stride. The 49ers enterprises know that if we're going to survive in the Premier League, we need players who understand the intensity, the pace, and the sheer brutality of English football's top division. Yarmolyuk has already proven he can handle it, and at £25 million, he might just be the signing that defines our entire season. Here's what makes this deal absolutely perfect for Leeds, White's faithful. Yarmolyuk isn't just another promising youngster who might develop into something special. He's already proven he belongs at Premier League level. Thomas Frank is one of the shrewdest managers in football, and he wouldn't have given Yarmolyuk so much game time if he wasn't convinced about his quality. The fact that Brentford are demanding over £25 million tells you everything about how highly they rate him. They know they've got a gem, they know other clubs are circling, and they're going to make it expensive for anyone who wants to take him away from the Brentford Community Stadium. But this is exactly the kind of statement signing that Leeds United need to make. We're not talking about bargain basement championship players anymore. We're talking about investing serious money in serious talent that can make an immediate impact in the Premier League. White's Army, we've got a defender who could transform our backline, a goalkeeper who could solve our biggest weakness, and now a midfielder who could be the creative spark we've been missing. This isn't just a summer transfer window, this is a complete revolution at Elland Road. The question isn't whether these signings will happen, it's whether Leeds United are finally ready to show the Premier League that the Whites are back and we're here to stay. What do you think, Leeds faithful? Are these the signings that finally take us to the next level? Can you imagine Bijol marshalling our defense, Pope commanding our penalty area, and Yarmolyuk pulling the strings in midfield? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get this conversation going. Marching on together, MOT.